Welcome back. In the previous part, we met a nurse here, very familiar to Lloyd. They even look the same. You can see the resemblance, can't you? But anyway, we need to do our investigation here at the hospital. So, I usually end up losing track of time in the cafeteria because it's so comfy. As long as I can make progress studying, I'm happy. Flora, it's always so refreshing to see your passion for reading in action. However, just make sure you're not so engrossed in reading a book that you end up arriving late to lecture. You sound like my mum every once in a while, Cecile. But now that you mention it, I think it's almost time for a lecture. I suppose I'll head on to the research ward then. It's somewhere we haven't been yet. Are you going back already, Cecile? You still have some time until your break is over, don't you? I'm sure you're aware it's hard to find time to rest, even when the hospital is in the middle of a lull. You worry too much, Kirsch. Trust me, seeing Lloyd wiped away all of my exhaustion. And as always, thank you for allowing us to stay in the dormitories. What's gotten into you? You're one of my boarders, so there's no need to thank me. It's true. Listen, you all, alright then. Don't go pushing Cecile around too much, alright? She's a very busy lady, you know. It's true, she's very busy. Would be nurse. Alright, so who was out here? Where's the kid gone? Hello? Oh, Cecile. Wait. Who are they? This is my little brother, Lloyd, and his group of lovers. That many? Cut it out, Cecile. You're taking this joke way too far. Oh, please, I'm just teasing you. Or am I? You had me fooled for a second there. I already knew about Lloyd because Cecile talks about him a lot. But not about the others. Whenever Cecile tells me something, it's pretty hard to tell her whether it's the truth or a joke. Is that sort of thing? Yeah. I understand how that feels. Mister, how's your knee feeling today? It feels like I'm a youngster again. I think getting treatment here was the right decision after all. That's wonderful to hear. Dr. Belline said that you'd be able to leave soon, so hang in there, okay? Cecile's really at home here, isn't she? Yes, my knee's great. Look, I can jump and... Ah! I get to leave soon, eh? That's good news. I've been working in hospitals for a long time now, and I can say without a doubt that this place is the fanciest of all of them. Now, if I move this over here... I just hope we don't find a penny in the door. All I can remember is the song from Scrubs now. All started with a penny in the door. I'm not singing it. Here in the hospital, we maintain sick rooms on the 2nd and 3rd floors. The intern you're looking for should be one of the 2nd floor. I can lead you to him if you like. Appreciate it, Cecile. This should be the room. There are other patients here, so try to keep it down, okay? Won't be a problem. We're just here to listen to his account. Shall we then? Things seem to be progressing well. In fact, if things continue like this, I may be able to discharge you as soon as tomorrow. Seriously? You aren't pulling my leg? Oh, no. Remember, you had your legs amputated. I'm no liar. Once you get out of here, prepare yourself. I have 100 Torims worth of work stacked on my desk, waiting for you to tackle it. Professor Gunther, come on. No way to kick a man when he's down. At least I can kick. You lost your legs. Lacerations, bruises, and a sprain. Hardly anything major. Be a man. Besides, you've been resting quite a lot. You must have a surplus of energy, if anything. Yes, oh yes, I'd say you should be able to work 10 times harder than before. Professor, are you a sadist? Yes, I mean, I always consider myself a masochist, to be quite honest. Alright. Didn't expect that to actually be the answer, but okay. Good grief. What in Adios' name are you talking about, Professor? Oh. Ah, Miss News. Geez, you two. You're going to talk about those sorts of things here, of all places? What if a child heard you? Sorry about that. You've caught me red-handed. Oh, do we have visitors? They're officers from the CPD. They wanted to speak to Mr. Lytton directly about that incident, actually. Oh. That would make sense now, wouldn't it? I suppose you don't need me here for that, so I'll be on my way. I can make my rounds and all that fun stuff. Thank you, Professor Gunther. I don't even think about sneaking out to go fishing. Oh, I would never. Excuse me then. Where's my rod? Who was that? That was Joachim Gunther, one of our associate professors. Though he's an excellent doctor, his priorities are rather questionable. Now then, Lytton, do you have time to answer some of their questions? Sure, I don't mind, but didn't the CGF already conduct an investigation of this mess? Why are the CPD doing one now? Well, sadly, the CGF hit a dead end. Because of that, the SSS was asked to perform an investigation of its own. Gotcha. Did they think I was dreaming or something? Sleepwalking, maybe? No, I know that's not what happened. Excuse me, Lytton. If possible, could we hear your story from the very beginning? What exactly happened on that night 1 week ago? Yeah, no problem. It was late. I had been writing a research paper all day and night. You see, this particular research paper was for Professor Ago, who was notoriously hard to please. I'd already written well into the night, putting every fiber of my being into that paper, so I was getting a little woozy. It sort of felt like I was on a high, honestly. Anyway, I found myself exposed to the chilly night wind, and that's when I heard it. And that's all I can remember. The next morning, the janitor found me beaten to a bloody pulp on the roof. After that, I was taken to one of the hospital rooms and treated for my wounds, which brings us here. Thank you. I think I have a general understanding of what happened now. You get a good look at your attacker? Not as good as I'd like. I'm embarrassed to admit, but I passed out due to shock. What I can remember are blood-red eyes, white fangs, and a coat of blackish fur that keep replaying in my head. Which makes sense because the CGF confirmed that they were canines. That lines up at least. Where exactly were you wounded? Oh, right shoulder. Doctors told me that the cuts came from fangs, no doubt about it. My other injuries came from a blow to the head and a sprained ankle. They told me that the most likely scenario was that I was dragged to the floor after being chomped on, but wondering why the monster stopped there. Am I right? Yes, exactly. Isn't it strange that my head wasn't bitten off? On top of that, it happened on the roof. I swear the CGF people thought I was off my rocker when I told them that. The only conclusion that they could come to was that I somehow staggered onto the highway and was ambushed by monsters. But you were discovered unconscious on the hospital roof, were you not? That's true. Maybe I panicked, ran up to the roof, and then passed out. It's not impossible, I guess. Yeah. Not too confident about that theory, Lytton. Take a breath, Lytton. You're the victim here. How will they get to the bottom of this if you don't have any confidence in your own statement? I'm sorry, I just don't know. Still, is it really that big a deal if I don't have a good explanation. It's definitely easier on me, that's for sure. I mean, if monsters legitimately appeared on the roof, wouldn't that be a bit too freaky to believe? Well, yeah, I know how you feel. I really do. But think about it like this, Lytton. If you actually were attacked on the roof, we need to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else ever again. Well, thanks for your help, Lytton. For now, we'll focus on investigating the scene of the crime. Yeah, I'll leave you guys then. I mean, you're not going anywhere at the moment. If you're able to figure out what happened, we'll be able to keep it from happening again. So, good luck. Alright, so the question is, where do we begin searching? Huh? Was all of that really just my imagination? It sure would be nice if it was, but how does that explain my injuries? Anyway, I'd appreciate if you looked into this some more. Dream or not, I just want to know what did this to me. If it was a dream, how do you explain the injuries? We have merged into one being. And who the heck was that doctor with the glasses? He was talking about medical procedures when all of a sudden he started rambling about sadism and masochism. I'm very sorry about that, Professor Gunther. Is a, unique individual? I doubt that will be the end of that. Doctor just now really didn't strike me as legit. Did seem a bit... But people were calling him an associate professor. So he should be just as good as any normal professor. Well... He's supposed to be a medical intern, yet still found himself hospitalized. Guess even medical people can neglect their own health sometimes too. He was attacked. We heard him outside. You should have heard him. So, we're gonna head up to the roof from here, yeah? That's right. Let's start off with trying to pinpoint exactly where he was attacked. Cecile, do you still have some free time? My break is probably going to end relatively soon. I can at least show you where we found him. That'd be great. Thanks. Thinking... to do a bit of exploring with her. Ooh, no, cancel because I want to go out and explore other rooms. Hello? Ah, Cecile. Philia! I was wondering when I was going to run into you. Our break's almost over. Is something wrong? Oh, I'm just helping these four for a bit. I'm sorry, but I'll be back as soon as possible. No need to apologize, Cecile. If it won't take too long, go ahead, but, hello? Sorry for taking up Cecile's time. The name's Randy. Randy Orlando. And you are? I'm Philia. Nice to meet you, Randy. See, this is why she's in the latest SEO game. She's here. Oh, come on, Randy. Can't you save the flirting for when we're not in the middle of a case? Sorry for not introducing ourselves. I'm Lloyd, and we're the Special Support Section of the Crossbell Police Department. We're here to investigate Lytton's attack. Oh, that. Lloyd, could this guy be the person Cecile's always talking about? Well, good luck with that. What was with that laugh? Good luck with the investigation. That smile is giving me the creeps for some reason. Yes, quite worrying. Hello? Let me get this straight. You spilled a bunch of tomato soup on Mr. Gavald's bedsheets yesterday. Yep, scared me, that's for sure. One of the passing doctors mistook it for a massive hemorrhage and passed out. So, maybe it scared him a bit more. One of the passing doctors? It's not good if a doctor passes out when they see a massive hemorrhage. Unbelievable. Whatever, the sheets were cleaned, so that's all that matters. No, the fact that the doctor passed out at the sight of blood is a problem. Now, go take some new bed sheets to Mr. Gavald and apologize, okay? Like as sincerely as you can muster. Well, seriously? That guy's so annoying. No complaining. Go. Mayfa is such a fussy pants. Later, I have to check on Mr. Gavald, see how he's doing and all that. Sharon has a knack for making absolutely mind-blowing mistakes, forcing us to pick up after her. And despite all that, She's somehow incredibly popular with the patients, which baffles me. Maybe Randy can explain. Hello, Cecile. Guiding visitors, are we? Well, sort of. Cecile explained the details behind the Special Support Section's visit to the head nurse. Very well. If that's the case, you are free to show them around and assist them if need be. The Special Support Section, Good luck with that investigation of yours. Thank you, Mom. I wouldn't want to get on her bad side, that's for sure. What was that about, Tio? If monsters truly made their way onto St. Ursula grounds, we have a serious problem on our hands. Everyone, hope your investigation goes well. Can I use this? No. I thought there was maybe another door there, a secret door or something like that. Was there anything here? Nope. More patients. That old lady keeps complaining about how no one's come to see her while at the hospital. It never ends. I wouldn't be surprised if I ended up with a minor case of depression because of it. Bit harsh. No one from my family has come to visit me yet, and it has been days. I just want to see my granddaughter. Busy or not, my son's family lacks basic consideration. You're preaching to the choir. They sound like quite the deplorable bunch. Well, anyway, if you have enough energy to rant, I think you'll probably be discharged soon. Don't worry, you'll see your grandkids soon enough. By the way, want some of this candy? Sure to help calm you down. Smother the fire, if you will. You're the only one who understands my woes, Doctor. He's such an unorthodox doctor. Hey, I've heard people say sickness and health come from the mind. As long as she's this lively, I doubt we'll keep her here too much longer. Please try to sound a bit more doctor-like, Professor Gunter. I mean, there is some slight truth in that. It's like, essentially, that will to live. That is part of health, is the best way of putting it. Come on. I just want to see my granddaughter. That was it? All that effort just to... Fine. Fine. Huh? Am I crazy, or does that nurse keep glancing in this direction? Oh, the nurse is here at quality, huh? Oh, yeah, ain't that right, Cecile? Oh, are we? Just so you know, flattery will get you nowhere. Cecile, you're too kind for your own good. They should be calling my name any second now. Time to pump myself up. I remember when I went to the hospital due to my arm, and it's like, God knows what I looked like. I must have looked like I was about to die or something, because I skipped the entire queue. Like, there was like 50 people there, all waiting with like all these minor injuries. I came in, skipped the entire queue because I looked that bad. Wasn't that bad, to be honest. Dislocated shoulder, you know. If all you want is a quick cure for something, it's simpler to just go to the cathedral. But I think the checkups here at the hospital are a lot more thorough. And the next appointment is you. Oh, okay, I expected more with the staring, but alright. Now I gotta find out where Granny's room is. Aww. See, now it's lovely. It all connects in my head, and it's like, I almost thought I was done for when I burned myself while I was cooking. Thankfully, it seems like nothing serious. Yeah, I totally have a cold. Good thing I came here sooner rather than later. Yes, because spreading the cold wouldn't cause any problems. I'm hesitant to accept that monsters made their way onto the grounds, but if true, it needs to be addressed, and quickly. I hope you're able to uncover evidence that proves Lytton's claims, officers. Excuse me, Miss Newells. I just wanted to remind you, this is a professional environment. If you could refrain from the PDA, that would be for the best. Sorry, it won't happen again. Oh, Lloyd. Don't have anything to apologize for, silly. Sarah, you're just jealous that I have such a cute little brother, aren't you? I can hardly blame you. Never mind. Just do what you want. hug, kiss, whatever makes you happy. I couldn't care less anymore. Yep, she's disgusted by us. Disgusted's a bit of a stretch, but alright. What's the sign say? What's in here? Ooh, machines. My dream is to someday build a giant hospital in Erebonia, my home country. It's an Ursula Medical College. It's the perfect environment to foster my talent and eventually reach my goal. After all, this is where Zemuria's best and brightest physicians gather to collaborate. Ursuline's late again. I swear that woman will never learn her lesson. It's like, got such a weird name like Ursuline, and he's called Gary. It's Gary. What's that? Stop. Well, now I want to go in. Let's see. It says stop, I want to go inside, I want to see. My shift has become a lot more arduous ever since Lytton was injured. Assaulted by some monsters. I can't help but wonder if that's really the truth. He was on the roof after all, wasn't he? My shift had become a lot more arduous ever since Lytton was injured. Do you need something? I don't remember hiring new interns. Perhaps it's merely my first impression, but you kids seem fairly intelligent. Say, how about you try tackling next year's entrance exam? Sounds like we've got a chance, guys. I can see it now, Dr. Orlando, surrounded by hordes of lovely nurses, begging for my company. Not a shabby way to live, eh? Get real, Randy. That chance is pretty slim. St. Ursula gathers students here as well as from neighboring countries, not to mention, and there are many applicants. If I remember correctly, last year's ratio of accepted to unaccepted was 1 to 120, I think. Yep, I give up. Immediate white flag. The research labs here are so cutting edge that even leaders of the medical field, like Remiferia, acknowledge their superiority. Our gifted students put everything they have into their studies, hoping to one day become doctors. Of course, we accept students from Crossbell, but we've also had some come from Erebonia, Calvard, Remiferia, and even Liberl. All men should be out of their rooms by now. If you're looking for any of them, they'll probably be working hard in the hospital or research ward. Speaking of which, I'm going to work just as hard at cleaning. I mean, we'll make sure in each of the rooms. Look out! It's gonna blow! What kind of dream is that? Chief Ursuline is constantly doing something or another around the hospital. We should let her get some sleep, Lloyd. Alright, 3rd floor. Hello? Huh? Oh, good morning, Miss Nurse. Michael, how are you feeling? I'm feeling okay, a lot better than earlier. I keep saying nurse, though it's weird. That's what I like to hear. Remember, call for a nurse if you need anything. We'll come running. Sure thing. Thanks, Miss Nurse. I was brought all the way from Lamont State for treatment. And the doctor said I won't get better unless I undergo surgery. That's so scary. Yes, but you need to recover, so it's the only thing for it, really, isn't it? Is this a room or the roof? Linen room, employees only. Oh, fair enough. No one in there. So, how are you feeling today? I'm okay. Everything's the same as always. What's wrong? You're missing that smile of yours. No, nothing's wrong. She must be in the middle of a checkup. I'd like to ask her some questions regarding the incident, but it can wait. There's the exit, so maybe that was a room. Did it have a sign outside? It does, 3 or 2. I heard that one of our staff members was assaulted by a pack of monsters about a week ago. Now, what the hell is going on? They do realize that my safety must be guaranteed, do they not? What's up with this old fart? Looks as healthy as he can get. I think I saw this man featured in Crossbell Times some time ago. If I remember correctly, he's a member of the Crossbell Diet, hospitalized for poor health after a recent scandal broke out. In actuality, he's likely hiding here until everyone forgets about the whole thing. So he's faking illness to procure himself a hospital room. How disgusting. Since he's a prominent member of the Imperial faction, I assume he was shut up in here to avoid making the group look bad. I'm almost certain that if he attempted to return to the Diet now, his previous post will have been long gone. They turned him into a scapegoat. Must feel sorry for him in a way. They aren't skimping out on security, are they? I assure you, if I'm hurt in any way, shape or form, St. Ursula will incur the wrath of Speaker Hartman. Hartman, you say? Interesting. To the exit? Oh. Expected something to happen at that point. What we got here? This leads to the research ward, right? What should we do? Go in and get the staff statements? No need. We've already decided on where we want to investigate. Let's give the roof a quick sweep and see if we can find any clues. Judging by everything we've heard, the scene of the crime is right around here, right? Yes. Supposedly, Lytton was found collapsed in front of this bench. That matches the report, too. Oh, that's the research ward, isn't it? Yes, we just investigated that. That's right. All of our professors and interns do their work there. Do they perform experiments on dangerous monsters in there, by any chance? That's what I was thinking. Of course not, silly, as far as you know. The most exotic thing in there is a greenhouse, where plants used for research are grown. I mean, have you seen any like sci-fi? How interesting. Thanks for taking the time to show us around, Cecile. But now I'd like to perform a sweep in the area until we figure something out. Sure, I'm always happy to help out. Well, good luck everyone. Investigate until you can't investigate anymore. We will. Thank you for showing us around. We'll have this solved in no time. Look forward to the good news, okay? Hope there wasn't anyone else on the roof I could speak to. Okay guys, like I said, I think we should conduct a quick sweep before anything else. The canine monster appeared on the roof. With that assumption in mind, I want us to focus on pinning down their infiltration route. That's a smart plan. Narrowing down the possibilities. That is your favorite method of investigation, isn't it? That makes sense. Well, let's get to it. And let's actually end this part. And we'll see you in the next part when we actually start the investigation properly. Ta-ta for now.